Hello again, you're watching VNa's Bulletin. Coming up next, we have your top stories. President Trương Tấn Sang urges Thanh Hóa to optimize strength of industrial parks. Belgium seminar highlights investment opportunities in Vietnam. Pho is named as Vietnam's most iconic dish. President Trương Tấn Sang attended the Party Congress of Thanh Hóa Province on September 23rd, where he urged the central locality to use its strength, especially the national key economic zone of Nghi Sơn, as the driver for strong growth in the coming years. President Sang said Thanh Hóa should also speed up economic restructuring in association with renovating its growth models to enhance productivity and economic competitiveness, while improving the investment environment to attract more domestic and foreign investment. He asked the province to boost the development of basic and high-tech industries and encourage sectors employing laborers in rural and remote areas. Thanh Hóa average growth from 2011 to 2015 reached 11.4% annually, the highest figure in the 30 years of reform. This year, the province per capita GDP is estimated at $1,530, 1.9 times higher than that of 2010. Its poverty rate has dropped by 3.57% annually. Each year, party organizations across the province admit more than 7,000 members. In the next 5 years, Thanh Hóa targets a yearly economic growth of 12%. Participants at the Congress also drew out 5 key programs serving the province's development, including those to expand the Nghi Sơn economic zone and boost tourism. The same day, the central province of Quảng Trị convened its 16th Party Congress. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng attended and gave instructions at the event. The political report of the Provincial Party Committee in the 2010-2015 tenure showed that the province GDP averages 7.4% per year over the last 5 years, with per capita income reaching 34 million Vietnam dong, approximately $1,512 in 2015. Industrial production and construction sectors have retained an average growth rate of 9%, while their proportion to the province GDP increased from 35.5% in 2010 to 37.9% in 2015. Furthermore, Quảng Trị has ensured national and political security, as well as social order in its territory. The political report also maps out major directions, goals, tasks and solutions for Quảng Trị during the 2016 to 2020 period, with a focus placed on building a stronger party committee, speeding up administrative reform, and improving living conditions for local people. National Assembly Vice Chairwoman Tòng Thị Phóng has reaffirmed that Vietnam always treasures its comprehensive strategic partnership with Russia, an important partner of the Southeast Asian country.
During her official visit to Russia from September 20th to 23rd, Phóng paid a courtesy call at Speaker Valentina Matvienko and met Vice Speaker Ilyas Umakhanov of the Russian Federation Council. She also held talks with First Vice Chairman of the Russian State Duma, Ivan Melnikov. At these meetings, the Vietnamese legislator expressed gratitude to the Russian government and people for helping Vietnam in the past struggle for national liberation and during the current course for national development. Phóng also spoke highly of Russia's support for Vietnam at multilateral cooperative mechanisms, as well as its stance on settling disputes in the East Sea through peaceful means. She proposed increasing delegation exchanges and information sharing for stronger ties between the Vietnamese National Assembly and the Federation Council and the State Duma. Both sides agreed to soon ratify and coordinate in supervising the implementation of side agreements to boost the bilateral ties and lift bilateral trade to $10 billion by 2020. As scheduled, National Assembly Vice Chairwoman Phóng will attend and deliver a speech at the first Asian-European Women's Forum in St. Petersburg on September 24th and 25th. She is expected to have bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the event.
A workshop on Vietnam's demands and investment opportunities was held in Brussels on September 22nd. Our correspondent in Belgium will bring you more details. Addressing the event, Vietnamese ambassador to Belgium Vương Thừa Phong presented the country's socio-economic situation and business policies, while underscoring potentials brought by the upcoming EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement. Meanwhile, François de Meyer, head of the Belgium-Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, lauded contributions made by Belgian enterprises in stimulating economic cooperation with Vietnam. The EU is one of the largest import markets for Vietnamese commodities, particularly footwear, garments, farm produce and aquatic products. After signing the trade deal, 90% of Vietnamese exports to European markets will enjoy a 0% tariff. Belgium is Vietnam's sixth largest trade partner in the EU, with two-way trade hitting €2 billion, approximately $2.29 billion per year. It has invested $281.34 million in 53 projects in Vietnam. For a long time, capital for small and medium-sized enterprises has remained a hot topic for discussions at business forums. Difficult access to capital sources has deprived these enterprises of potential business opportunities, although they account for 97.5% of the existing companies.
Speaking at a seminar in Hanoi, Chairman of the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry Vũ Tiến Lộc said enterprises still face difficulties in acquiring capital, despite the fact that Vietnam is one of 30 countries with the best capital accessibility in the World Bank's ranking. Up to 30% of small and medium-sized enterprises find it hard to access capital, while another 30% said they cannot acquire banks' loans.
We use our workshops and equipment as mortgages when asking for banks' loans. Both banks and enterprises should go together, share risk and enjoy benefits.
Even when the government already issued preferential policies, just 5 to 10% of the small and medium enterprises were provided with loans. So one of the pressing requirements at present is to turn macro policies into actions within commercial banks.
Obviously, most of the small and medium-sized enterprises are newly established ones. Thus, they lack experience in operations and business management. As a result, banks must be cautious when doing business with them.
A representative of the State Bank of Vietnam said the government has implemented many measures to resolve difficulties for enterprises, such as carrying out monetary and exchange rate policy flexibly to stabilize the value of Vietnam dong, control inflation and promote economic growth. In addition, the government also helps enterprises get easier access to capital by reducing interest rates, rescheduling debt payment deadlines, and increasing loans without required collateral.
In the coming time, credit policies will focus on removing difficulties for both enterprises and commercial banks, which are facing bad debts and restructuring.
The State Bank of Vietnam urged ministries to establish a more open and transparent investment environment and business community to improve their production capability, competitiveness, and market expansion.
Credit rating agency Moody's has recently ranked the Vietnam Joint Stock Commercial Bank for Industry and Trade, or Vietin Bank, the first among 9 rated Vietnamese banks in terms of financial strength. It was followed by the Vietnam International Commercial Bank, Bank for Investment and Development of Vietnam, Saigon Commercial Bank, Vietnam Technological and Commercial Joint Stock Bank, Asian Commercial Bank, Military Bank, Vietnam Prosperity Bank, and Saigon Hanoi Bank. Moody's also listed Vietin Bank among those with positive outlook. Together with the Bank for Investment and Development of Vietnam and the Vietnam International Commercial Bank, Vietin Bank was also given a B1 rating in local currency deposit and B2 grade in foreign currency deposit. Currently, Vietin Bank has the largest registered capital among domestic banks in Vietnam. The agency said the government's enhanced capacity to provide support to large banks reflects improved macroeconomic stability and strengthened balance of payments as well as reduced risk in the banking sectors. Ho Chi Minh City's consumer price index in September decreased slightly by 0.47% from August and 0.99% against the same month last year.
Among the 11 main goods and service categories, 6 reported price falls were the sharpest decrease seen in the transport sector, 3.48%, due to a drop in petrol prices during the month. The others witnessing price drops included housing, electricity, water, fuel and construction materials, restaurant and catering services, post and telecommunications, culture and entertainment, and garments, footwear and hats. On the contrary, the prices of other commodities and services, education, beverages and tobacco, and home appliances rose by between 0.02% and 0.34% against the previous month. The medicine and health service category was the only one to report stable prices. Gold and US dollar prices in September increased 3.68% and 3.12% respectively compared to those in August. Earlier, the CPI in Hanoi was reported to fall 0.1% against the previous month, but was up 0.34% from the same period last year.
The modernization of Vietnam's railway system is estimated to cost about $5.1 billion. Once completed, the plan will help to eliminate all major bottlenecks.
The plan, introduced recently by the Vietnam Railway Authority, outlined major projects to be carried out until 2030. Investment sources include the state's budget, official development assistance sources, and build-operate transfer and build-transfer models. The Vietnam Railway Authority said it has proposed that the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism conduct administrative and customs procedures on the chain to save time for passengers and make the international arrival and departure processes more convenient. This could help to attract visitors, passengers and cargo transportation by chain, the authority said.
The New York-based news website Business Insider has singled out the most iconic food to eat in 50 countries worldwide in an article in which pho, a traditional meal in Vietnam, was declared a must-try.
Pho can come in a variety of different styles with various meats, but each contains rice noodles and a broth seasoned with shallots, ginger, cardamom, star anise, cloves, and fish sauce, the article described. It added the dish is also served with onions, cilantro, scallions, and black pepper. It said that pho is so popular throughout Vietnam that it is often served everywhere, even in restaurants hidden in small city alleyways or village storefronts. In June last year, the Business Insider also listed Hanoi's pho, a tangy beef noodle soup, as the first of 40 meals you should eat in your lifetime. Another American newspaper, The Huffington Post, called pho a bowl of heaven when listing it as one of the 12 most delicious foods people should discover when traveling abroad. CNN placed pho at number 28 in the list of the world's 50 best dishes, saying some dishes you eat to stay alive, while others you eat because to not eat them would be a crime.
And that was the end of our news bulletin. Thank you for your attention. For more information, you can log on to our website at vietnamplus.vn. We'll see you soon.